Trail. I thought you were going to break out in your Whitney Houston voice right there. I saw that. I saw it's in you. I saw it's in you. Somebody else, I saw that. I saw Sting in you. That's good. I saw Seal over here. That's good. I see these things. Prince in the back. I see you back there, Prince. Okay? Listen, it's time to blaze your own trail. I come to talk to the people who still believe. Remember when you were a kid and you believed that you could make a difference? And we would ask what now might seem to be silly questions, but you are a child blazing your own trail. And as adults, it is interesting that we still admire people who have childlike attributes, who still believe that they can make a difference. Let me ask you a question. Has your life and leadership journey, has it been so bumpy in corporate America for you that you forgot that you can make a difference? I not only speak, but I do leadership trainings and I do coaching. And one of the things I have found out in the whole coaching process is often you meet people who get up to go to work every single day who no longer believe that they can make a difference in society. Leadership, their journey has been tough. They feel broken. They feel like they're driving on flat tires. I've come to tell you this morning that the people who make a difference, catch this, get your hands ready to clap. Just do this, get them up like this, because this is good stuff. Sometimes you just got to help people out. You got to let them know here it comes, all right? Get that ready. The people who make a difference are the people who believe they can make a difference. I know, that's deep. That's deep. I say about 2 deep things every year, okay? That was number 1 right there, okay? Now I'm coming out here to have a talk with you, all right? The people who make a difference are the people who believe they can make a difference. The moment you stop believing that you can make a difference is the moment that you stop making that difference. Maybe you've heard the story. It's an old one, and that story goes like this. But I want to remind you because of its powerful principles and its powerful truths. Remember the story. An old man is walking down the beach. And as he's walking down the beach, he sees a young man. He sees a beach full of starfish. The tide has washed them up onto the beach. The sun is starting to rise, and as the sun rises, it's drying them out. They are dying. And as he's walking down the beach, he sees a young man, and that young man happens to be running back and forth. He's running to the water and he's running to the shore. He's running to the water, he's running to the shore. And as the older gentleman gets closer, he says to the young man, "What are you doing?" The little boy says, I'm throwing these starfish back into the water so that they can live. The older gentleman says, "There's 1,000 starfish out here." He says, "Don't you know that what you're doing does not matter?" The little boy says, "It matters to this one right here." He grabs one more starfish and throws it in the water. I've come to talk to the people who still believe that when you get up in the morning, it matters to the one person who pulled up that you talked to. It matters to the one person who walked into your organization. It matters to the one person that you get an opportunity to put your Wildfire team jersey, yes, I said team jersey, put your Wildfire team jersey on. It matters to that one person, and you can still make a difference. If you believe that, let me see you clap your hands this morning. Come on. Saginaw High? Saginaw High, right here, give me. Saginaw High. You can still make a difference. Everybody say, blaze your own trail. Blaze your own trail. Hold that note. Blaze your own trail. Blaze your own trail. I heard somebody back here go Luther Vandross on us back here. Somebody say, woo, 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 woo. I heard that. You can still make a difference. First way, and if you got pen and paper, please write it down. Because I don't want to just share words. I don't believe in just sharing words. I believe in trying to have an impact. I've got a short period of time to leave a beautiful organization with something that I believe that can make a difference, and I want to do that. They said, wait a minute, I didn't know I was going to school. Write them down. It's like, what did I do with that Sharpie pen? Number one, if you are going to blaze your own trail, you must build. Everybody say build. And what are you building? You are building a foundation, is what you are building. This organization, 1937, I believe, was the year, as you saw up front. This organization started with one phone, one person in a basement. Look at it now. Look where it has gone. One person, one phone in a basement, Saginaw Telephone Employee Credit Union. Interesting name, isn't it? Who came up with that one? Yes. Listen, if you're going to have an impact, your foundation must be strong. Your organization literally started in the foundation of a building in a basement. You are built on a strong foundation. And if I am correct, the gentleman's name was Hank Koski, who started in answering phones for your organization, Saginaw Telephone Employee Credit Union. The tallest buildings in the world also have the deepest foundations in the world. It takes something deep so that you can build upon it. You are built on a strong foundation. Do you remember when sparks would cause blazes? Do you remember people like Dr. King, who started off as a spark, who caused a blaze that we are still celebrating today? Do you remember people like Mother Teresa, who somehow changed the world just through acts of kindness? A teacher who happened to share her lunch daily with students who had no food and then realized that there were God knows how many students who had no food. So she blazed a trail and started helping young people. We still celebrate her today. Do you remember a gentleman by the name of Thomas Edison who just decided that he wanted the world to have light? And I think I'm talking to some people this morning who believe that this world deserves a little bit of light. And I'm not talking about the stuff that's coming from the ceiling. I'm talking about the stuff that comes from your heart. But you got to be willing to blaze your own trail. Come on, clap your hands in this place. Build a foundation. You started somewhere. Listen. It is not easy to build a foundation, but it is well worth it to build a foundation. It must be built if you're going to do something great in this world. You must build it. And while you're building it, you have to believe in what you're building. Do you believe in what you're building? Do you believe in what you're doing? Are you getting up and still believing that you can have impact? My son, his name is BJ, handsome young man, okay? Handsome young man, Brian Jr. he is. When he was about 7 years old, we're outside and we're in the garage. And Brian, from the garage door opener, there's a little rope that hangs down. Lets you know when you can stop your car because you've made it in the garage just enough. And like every young man, my daughters would always say this to me. They'd put their dresses on and they would go, "Daddy, how do I look? Am I pretty?" And of course, as a dad, I would say yes, but as every young man, my son would go, "Daddy, watch this." Sticks his chest out and he starts jumping. He starts jumping. He starts jumping. I said, "Son, what are you doing?" He says, "I can touch this rope." I says, "Okay, son." He keeps jumping. He keeps missing. He keeps missing. I'm trying to get done taking care of this yard work. He's like, "Wait, Dad, wait 1 second." 5 minutes go by. He still can't touch the rope. 10 minutes go by. He still can't touch the rope. I'm like, "Son, well, why don't you rest and we'll come back later and you can try again." He says, "No, Dad, I can touch this rope. He's in the garage. It's summertime. He's sweating profusely. I said, this boy's going to dehydrate, and I can't explain this to his mama, okay? What happened to my baby? I can't explain it. He didn't quit. It was 20 minutes later. He jumps up, he hits the rope, and we just celebrate in the garage. We're both sweating now. I understand why he's sweating. I'm sweating because I'm old and I'm in a garage. Here's what I learned, because our kids teach us an awful lot, don't they? My son taught me something I want to just share with you. Never stop trying. Never give up. Keep jumping until you reach the height that you want, until you have the impact that you want, until you accomplish what you set out to accomplish. He was 7, but he was teaching me a little bit about life. Everybody say, blaze your own trail. Blaze your own trail. Say it again, blaze your own trail. Blaze your own trail. Blaze your own trail. Blaze your own trail. That's funny. You ready to tell you? She said, no, you're funny. Blaze your own trail.